Hello everyone, happy Thursday, and I had to cut some fabric today, so I thought I would talk about cutting mats and rulers. And I mostly have Olfa because that's a European thing. Fiskars is very hard to get, but I also have a Martelli, and I'm going to explain the difference between the mats and the rulers and why one is better than the other, why you might want one over the other. So here we go. The first mat is a small OFA. I got this free from Missouri Star. It's in inches, but it folds in half so it's easy to carry with you to a retreat or to Guild or something, which I really like. But I also like the small size because I keep it next to my machine, like when I'm paper piecing or whatever, so I have a nice mat and it has a nice non-slip back. Then I started out with a 18 by 24 OFA, which is a pretty standard size. It's a good size. And one thing about the OFAs here in Europe is they're inches on one side and centimeters on the other, which is great for measuring here. But this is an 18 by 24. It's a nice mat, nothing special, just like every one you get. They're like 20-30 bucks. And then I got the bigger one because I needed more cutting space. And this one is 24 by 36. And it's the same as the other OFA. It's just bigger. And it has centimeters on the back side. And inches on one side. And centimeters on the other. Which is great for living here in Europe. And the standard markings and everything. Now here is the Martelli. This is a 26 or 27 by 37 or something. Because if you notice, the measurements don't go all the way to the corner. There's another inch. And this is designed for a width of fabric to lay flat on this mat at all times so you can cut the fabric. Also, the lines here, if you can see them, they are the exact width of a rotary blade. So if you cut to the left, or you cut to the right, or you cut right on the line, your cuts are all going to be the same size all the way through, because this is measured to perfection. And one of the others that justifies the cost of this, as long as you have a piece of fabric on this mat, you can iron on it. It will not melt. So that is one of the handy features of Martelli, and they are not inexpensive. I think this one was like €89 or something. But this is not the biggest one, but it's next to the biggest one. But I like it because it works with their system. Here is the Martelli 6 by 24 ruler. And a lot of people don't like the Martelli rulers because they're not clear. But you use your mat for measuring. And Martelli has a special backing that they slide on this mat until you put just a little bit of pressure on it, and then they no longer slide. The mat will move. And it also works great with fabric. I also have a 6 by 24 Omni Grid. But one of the big issues with Omni Grid is they are non-slip. They will slide. I had to put these little non-slip pads on the back to keep them from slipping. But this is a clear ruler with your angles. You have your 30, 45, and 60 degree angles, and they're on both ends, so it's easy to measure an angle to cut a diamond or a triangle or whatever you're trying to make. This is my favorite ruler. I got this one free for joining the quilt show. It's a Quilter Select, but it's a very, it's 12 by 3 ruler, but it has nice markings. It has the 1/4 inch and the 1/2 inch marks, and it's really nice to use, and I use this a lot when trimming pieces, and you can put them up against the line and measure and everything. And then I have my square up rulers. They're square. This is a big one, but this one's in centimeters, Omni Grid. It's probably about 13 inches. I have a 10 and a half inch one here somewhere, and I can't find it, that I'm using for my current embroidery blocks. But then I also have the Omni Grid. This one's 8.5 square. And then this one's 6.5 square. So it makes it easier. And these are stuck together. Okay. This is a Fons and Porter square up ruler I got. But you notice it has the anti-slip on it to keep it from slipping. And also the painter's tape that I used so that you can put the fabric in and just move right up to your size. Here, let me get this. See, you can put your corners, and then you know right where you need to be to start squaring up really quickly when you have a bunch. And this one's 6 inches, and this one's centimeters. This one's 15 centimeters by 15 centimeters to work in things. But that's a basic overview of rulers and how important they are and how you use them. And I will do another video on specialty rulers, because I also have a Creative Grid stripology. I have a 15-inch wedge ruler to make a vortex, and I will show you how to use the Martelli cutting system with the templates and everything, which I absolutely love. So I hope this helps you, and I hope everyone has a happy Thursday.